Hello, ladies. Welcome to Self-Love Over Sacrifice, where we talk about all things related to women's issues. Now, there is a story going around of Ashanti and Nelly's new reality TV show regarding Nelly telling Ashanti that she was pretty much going to have to take care of this child that they have together until this child is able to walk and talk. So changing poopy diapers, getting up in the middle of the night, making bottles, feeding the baby, burping the baby, bathing the baby is going to be 100% her responsibility. So she has signed up to be a married single mother. Now what Ashanti has done here is she has spun the block. You don't spin the block, ladies. You don't go back to an ex. An ex needs to stay an ex. There's a lot to be said about this situation. So before we get started, make sure you like, comment, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And make sure you share this video. Now, what Ashanti is an older woman. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's capable of making her own money, and she has done that. But she probably got the pressure from family members that it's time for you to get married. I want grandchildren. And she was rushing to get married. And she looked at Nelly and said, you know what? He'll do. I know him. She went back to what was familiar. She is familiar with Nelly's behavior. She knows him. She's been through things with him. And I'm not justifying what she's done here. I'm just letting you know that this is probably the mindset of a lot of women, particularly Ashanti. She sees this man as the man she's been with for so long. Why not just go ahead and produce a family with him? Now, there's rumor that says that Nelly took care of 6 of his children. I think he had 5 or 6 kids. I don't believe that because he's immature as hell. And when I think of somebody taking care of a child, I think of you cooking meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, helping kids with their homework, making sure they bathe, making sure their clothes are laid out for the next day for school, going to school activities, contacting teachers, going to PTA meetings, and the list goes on. So I think that he probably paid somebody to do that for him, because there's no way with his level of immaturity, if you're already saying that you don't want to be in the life of your own child until they become easy peasy with walking and talking and mobile enough to do for their own selves, that's the only time he wants to be bothered with his child is when they get older. Ridiculous stuff. I do think with his other children, he simply paid a female family member to take care of his kids while he was on the road touring or doing whatever may have you, but I do not believe that this man took care of those kids and was physically consistently present in their lives, which shows. Now, we are all familiar with being a married single mother because we see women who are married women who went on social media and cried their eyes out about how they have to take care of the household and they have to work and cook and clean. And that is not something I would recommend any woman sign up for, especially when you are pushing 40 or in your 40s or late 30s. I know that you want motherhood, but you need to think hard about this, the consequences, the pros and cons of how you want to divvy out these responsibilities. Is this something that you can actually do? Do you have anybody who will help you? Because the village is tired and many people don't want to come in and help you raise your kid. And unfortunately, even though people will tell you to have children, the same village won't help you. It's a twisted, sick, unfortunate situation to be in. And what Ashanti has done here is she has put herself in a very compromising situation that I would never recommend any woman do. I know you might want that marriage and family, but sometimes you just don't need everything that you want. And in this situation, Ashanti is going to have to do all these things by herself with an able-bodied man sitting in a house with her, being a grown child himself. It's hard to believe that people still put pressure on women in this society, in this day and age where feminism is very strong. Women are standing on business and have made people very clear, this is my body, my choice. I am not having any children unless I want to have these kids, unless I am ready to be a mom. But we are still finding that there are still many women out there who get pressured by family members and society in general to have kids. They feel like, well, I'm getting older. and they want to be a mom. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a mom, but you have to take in consideration that you need to have a child because you want a child. I am also noticing that in the industry, many black women still have a very hard time trying to find a spouse to marry, a man that is ready for marriage and to be a husband and father, preferably in that order. I totally understand Ashanti. She wanted to have a child in wedge. She did not want to have an out of wedlock child, which is totally understandable. But for some reason, I am still seeing black women are stuck on this black love mess. And before they actually got married, I remember when they got together, there were so many black women who are still starving for that black love story. They still want to celebrate black love, and there's nothing wrong with black love, but we want to see healthy black love, not these god-awful, tragic, one-sided loyalty stories that's constantly being shoved down our throats all the time to settle. And that is what Ashanti did, in my opinion. She settled. God forbid if a black woman in the industry step outside her comfort zone and get married to a man of another race who actually wants a family, who understands his place as a man in his home, who understands how to provide, protect, and not embarrass the hell out of his family. God forbid a black woman step outside her comfort zone and she dates a man who's ready to be hands-on, to be loving, caring, and understanding to his children. And that is very possible, but I still see that black women still want to hold on to this black love trope. If you see black women, Taraji P. Henson, Ashanti, Mary J. Blige, the list goes on, Halle Berry, I mean, so many. And even though Halle Berry has a man now, look at the hell she had to go through just to find one decent man that she can be with. So if industry women who are beautiful, financially successful, they are famous, they have everything they want, but still can't find love, honey, if they're doomed, I can't imagine us regular schmiggler old black women out here. So I ask you to please feel confident in yourself, to step outside your comfort zone. You never know what type of blessing you might get, but you are withholding your own blessing of a good man out there. I absolutely hate when I see black women who think they need to preserve the black race. Black men do not feel that way. They really don't. They have no problem finding love elsewhere. There are a plethora of black women who will be willing to marry these black men out here, but they refuse to get married to a black woman. And especially in the industry, hell, in everyday life, regular schmiggler black men don't want to get married. They have no problem with just having a bunch of bastard kids by everybody. So I encourage black women to please open up them dating options so you can get what you want out of life, so you can have the relationship that you want. And yes, we understand other men of other races can be messy. They can be toxic too, but that is not always the case. You have to screen everybody thoroughly before you get into someone's life trying to make a baby with this person and be married to this individual. You need to understand the dynamics of his family and the type of morals and values this man has before you get involved with him, regardless of race. Now, ladies, tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with someone. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.